Welcome back. We are here at Supreme Courts in Guntersville, Alabama. Drew DeArmond here, the ESPN 97.7 The Zone, also pinch in for Bart Heisch. Summer basketball is so important now in the state of Alabama. The month of June is unbelievable for team building and preparing your basketball team. And we have a very special guest with us today, a guy I go back a long way with. He's in his first year at Jasper High School. A state championship coach, won it all at Cordova High School. I was honored to be there for that great basketball game. Two great friends of mine, himself, and of course Coach Andy Blash is now at Brentwood Academy from Madison Academy. But Heath Burns here with us to talk some Jasper Viking basketball. And I've got to, Coach, I'm still getting used to that because I know you're an alum, but I still want to call it Walker County. But I know it's Jasper now, Jasper High School. But Coach, good to see you. How are you this afternoon?
Doing great, man. Just a little winded, 2 games, but it's always good to come in and speak with you guys about basketball. But it's always a lot better when you come in after you win too. So we feel a lot better about today.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt about it, Coach. So I know you're in your first year with this group, just getting started with them, and the way basketball has kind of evolved. You have your tryouts late May, and then you really hit the ground running in June. So you're trying to build this program, your first year at your alma mater. How's it been so far?
It's been great. I've been with these guys for about 2 months in the weight room. We had tryouts, like you said, the last week of school. And then we practiced 3 days and played. Then we practiced 1 day and then we played. So we hadn't had a lot of time together, but the time that we've had together, man, it's been real fruitful, man. I mean, the guys are buying in, they're flying all over the floor, they're competing, they get after it. I can't ask for a better group of kids to coach or a better administration to work for. It's been a great honeymoon so far. I hope it continues, but I tell you, man, it's a great place to be, and I love these kids, man. They get after it, man. It's just been it's been good so far.
Well, Coach, and I know you've been very calculated in your career. I mean, stars have to kind of line up. I know you weren't looking to leave Hueytown. You've done a great job building that program. They've become very competitive. I saw them play early this year in the Alabama-Georgia crossover. You guys played against a bunch of 7-footers. Your guy, Corey Stevenson, one of the best scorers in the state of Alabama at Hueytown. What led you to want to come to Jasper and try to get this program to that level?
Well, my daughter is a freshman, going to be a sophomore. And my wife also works at Jasper High School, so not being able to see family, at all, almost, you gotta look at from September to February, and sometimes in the first week of March, it's a grind. You never see them,
Yeah.
So, that played a big role in it. Plus, her and these kids being friends, and I've known these kids since they were, well, not as much Corey, but Clayton since he was, I don't know, 7 or 8, since he was at camp. So knowing these kids and their families, so and just the pride of wanting to come back and put a lot of effort in building the Jasper basketball program back. It means a lot to me because these kids go home, they talk to their parents, who I know. So I don't want them to go home saying Coach Burns didn't give effort today. So we take great pride in being back, and we take pride in trying to get Jasper basketball relevant.
And you played there. You put the uniform on when it was the Walker County Vikings. So it had to mean a lot to you to kind of come back and try to get this program back on solid ground.
Absolutely. I got to play in '88 through '91. Got to play against Bart. When he was in Winfield. So it means it was Walker High School at that time. It was a different gymnasium. Mm-hmm. The gym we're in now is a lot nicer. I'll tell you that. But we still use that old gym, and it's still in good shape. But it means a lot to go through those doors every day at Jasper, knowing that I live 2 minutes from the school, knowing that I get to coach these kids that I've known for years, and knowing that I get to be around these families that I love to death. So it's great to be home.
Well, and talk about now this first squad of yours. Obviously, you're laying the foundation and the culture here. The month of June is going to be very important to that. You guys are just into it. You got 2 wins today, but what have you liked about your squad that you've seen so far?
Man, you see these guys sweating right here. So maximum effort, man. These guys, they grind. They give everything they got. When they touch that floor, they give everything they got. We might not look at those physical bodies out there, but I'm telling you, these guys give everything they have. Every time they get to touch the floor, they're selfless. They love one another. They love the game. It's fun to be around kids that love basketball and that are out there for each other. So I tell you what, man, these guys, you know, their maximum effort's been amazing. So, you know, getting to be around that has been fun a lot. Well, so far.
Well, and wherever you've been, you were at Dora, Parrish, Cordova, you've won, you won at a high level at Hueytown. What is your expectations in year one for Jasper?
Well, I'm expecting the same, you know, progression that we had at the other places. You know, we're competing to win it all. It might be a little bit lofty, but you know what? That's what we're shooting for. We're trying to compete for the state championship. Every day we talk about practicing at a state championship level, making state championship cuts, shooting state championship shots. So everything has become championship level. No matter if it's free throws, no matter if it's conditioning, whatever it is, the drill. It's maximum effort at a championship level. So we're competing for it, man.
And finally, I know you've inherited this group, you've known these kids a long time, but for the viewers and everybody watching wanting to learn about Jasper Viking basketball, tell us a little bit about the squad. I know you're still learning about them, but tell us a little bit about your first group.
Well, they're young. They're really young. Today we started an 8th grader, and Ethan Thorne, a 9th grader, and Caden Steiner, 2 10th graders. One is Clayton Thorne, our point guard, another sophomore, Miller Moody, who's the 6'8" kid, big kid, and then a junior, John Luke Walker. And this is our Mr. Consistent, our senior over here. This is Corey Shepard. He is a defensive guy. Man, you're talking about he gets it, he gets after it. But these guys, man, I tell you, they play well together. They've played a long time. They ball it in. These guys right here, they come in the gym that they right when they hit the doggone floor. I mean, it's everything they have. And I'm so proud to get to be around these guys.
And I guess, as you said, you want to win at the highest level. With this program, what are your expectations for year one? I mean, certainly you'd like to win a state title, but what are you going to, well, I guess moreover, what's the most important thing you want to get accomplished the rest of this month? Because certainly this is the foundation that's going to be laid for when you start practice in late October, November, and then get cranked.
We want to make sure the culture is in the correct spot. We want to make sure we have the right people in the right areas. Right now we don't know which players are on this team or on the JV or varsity. Right now we've got 10 competitive guys. Well, actually 11 today. No, 10 today. That we know are locked in, that we know, but we got some that are hurt, some are on vacation. So getting everybody together, building that culture, our 3 pillars that we are wanting to build on, that's being selfless, giving maximum effort, and just every time we touch the floor, man, doing it with integrity, discipline, and class. So this is a great group. This is the guy that runs the show. This is my point guard, Clayton Thorne, and like I said, he's a sophomore, and this is Corey Shepard. This is our senior. They can get after him, they can play.
And you two guys, Clayton. I mean, obviously being the point guard is kind of the head of the snake. It's very important in coach's system. How have you taken to his way of playing the game, and how has it been for you so far being a part of Coach Burns' program?
Really fun. I like controlling what to do, and then you just got to be smart when you're playing the game. You got to know what to do at the right time, and you just got to play basketball.
And then talk about kind of, being the leader of the team as a point guard. What do you think you have to work on the most as far as your game goes to get better in June, and then to take that over into, when practice cranks, and then, of course, getting the season started?
Improve leadership with the players, get everybody together and play together, keep the team together, and just control the game, control what everybody does, and just play.
And you as the only senior, what do you think? Talk about your role.
It's been good. You just got to play hard, playing for Coach Burns, because if you play hard, you're going to get a lot of minutes playing for him. So I've really been enjoying playing for Coach Burns. It was hard at first, but now I'm used to it, so I'm really liking it.
Yeah, and then talk about also, he talked about you being a defensive guy. That's a lot of times the glue of the team. I've been around a lot of basketball teams where even if a guy's not a big-time scorer, a lot of times effort, defense, it sets the tone for the rest of the group. Talk about your role.
So I watch a lot of Draymond Green. So he's a defensive guy, and he kind of controls the defense. So I watch him, and so I'm trying to play as Draymond Green out there. So I take a lot of pride in that.
And for you two guys, Clayton and then all that, of course, what are the expectations for you guys? What do you think about your squad so far and year one? And really, this is where you guys are going to leave your mark for Jasper this year.
I think we're gonna win a lot of games. If we just play together, play our game. I think we'll make it pretty far.
Same thing he said. If we play hard, we'll go really far in the playoffs. And having Coach Burns coach us, it's a really good thing. We trust him.
Well, we're looking forward to Jasper Viking basketball. We know that. Coach Burns is a winner. He's done it wherever he's been. I've been, lucky on my journey. I mean, now I'm a radio host. I'm ESPN 97.7. Back in those days, when I met him, I was basically the equipment guy for the sports med shootout in the Von Braun Center. My job was to keep up with the basketballs. I've always been a huge basketball fanatic, though, and I've been kind of drawn to programs and great coaches. I've been fortunate to follow his journey. A lot of trips to Birmingham, a lot of trips to state. Hopefully we'll see that out of the Jasper Vikings, but we appreciate you three gentlemen for joining us today from the Supreme Courts in Guntersville, Alabama. We're expecting some more success. Congrats on the 2 wins today, and we're going to really be looking forward to seeing you guys hopefully in November. But good luck in year one for you guys, and really appreciate the time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.